Hello, everyone. Today I thought of talking about perfectionism. Do you think you're a perfectionist? How could we find out? Do you want to do things perfectly all the time? Like, let's say you want to make a dish, you want to make a perfect dish, and you want to go for an exam, you want to get a perfect score for it, A or A plus. Or like, let's say you want to go on some trip or a tour, you want to plan it perfectly, you know. So do you want to do things so perfectly? By the way, if you think that perfectionism is a good thing, not really. Perfectionism is really harming your life. Why do I say that? I mean, if you see around, like I see that when I work with my clients and when I talk with people, how much perfectionism keeps them stuck. I've seen writers, you know, and they go on writing, but they never have published a book. They have written years of work, but they have never published a book. Then I'm not even a writer, but I have published a book that shows that I don't let my mind to control. Like I don't let the mind to control me, because if you take this perfectionism is like a mind controls us, like we become a slave to our mind. It says you do this in this way. And perfectionism even goes, and it can even lead to OCD symptoms. For example, someone wants to, like I have seen these things, and some of the clients shared with me, like they want to switch off the lights and they go on switching it off until it feels right, like 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And there are people who just check the door like several times. All these are perfectionism tendencies. And and also and if you take that they want to clean the house in a perfect manner, all these are very much problematic. And in fact, these perfectionism can really like impact your day-to-day life. That can really take uh, impact on your day-to-day life, which is a sad thing. Should not happen. So at the end of the video, I would share with you 2 strategies that you can use in order to let go of these perfectionism tendencies, because don't let these things control you. These are really, really like this is another way our mind takes hold of us, and we become slave to this mind. Mind knows your buttons to touch, and then it just gets your attention. And don't let that happen. I've seen many people in their life, they're stuck, because once your creativity gets stuck, your whole life force energy gets stuck. So it's very important, like you don't let this perfectionism to take control of your life, because I've seen sometimes like clients come to me, and there were times that like before they come to my session, they just send me an email and ask, do I need to watch the entire YouTube videos before I come and have the session with you? Do you see it's nothing but perfectionism? Like these are really makes you not move forward in your life. These are again, it's just mind strategies to keep you slave to your mind. Don't let this happen. Don't let this happen. You are the power. Don't let the mind to take over. Because that's what happens. Like mind, Mind's supposed to be a tool in our life, but whereas mind becomes the master, it becomes very, very problematic. You know, honestly, I've seen sometimes in people's life, like there are situations where like they need to constantly mop the floor in order to make them feel right that everything is clean. Like sometimes mobbing can happen within a day, 2, 3 times, which is completely unnecessary, and even that hinders your day-to-day life. That really hinders your day-to-day, and it takes out the quality of your life because, like, it makes you feel like you can't even do what you love to do because you are stuck, like listening to your mind and doing what the mind wants. Don't let this happen. Don't take your mind take over. Do the opposite of what it says. You know. If it says that, okay, please clean that there's some dust, but don't do it. Stay with the dust. Oh, it's fine. It's messy. It's just stay with the dust. You know. So, like, don't let these like don't let these things to control your life, which is a sad thing to happen, that really take away the quality of your life. And rather than putting so much energy onto doing what your mind says repetitively, like a cleaning or just switching off, or like doing the same thing like washing hands or all these things repetitive, rather than putting this energy like in a wasteful way, like why not channel the same energy into your creativity? Like, what about creating your business? What about like writing a book? What about creating an art? And sometimes people even just stay stuck without like getting into a relationship. Why? Because they are waiting until a perfect person to appear, which doesn't happen. So, okay, what are these two strategies I shared before? One way you can overcome this perfectionism tendencies, that you can start doing things 70% perfect. Because when it comes to a perfectionist, they want to do it 100% perfect. Only then they feel satisfied. So why don't you get that bar down and say 70%? Honestly, once you start doing these strategies, you will start seeing your life energy start flowing again. How many things you were postponing without doing them? How sad that is. Start your business, imperfectly. And then the second thing is start doing things. This is very powerful. This is very powerful. Start doing things imperfectly. Create your dish imperfectly. Create a mess. You know, if there's some dust, stay with this dust. Try to live with some mess. What's the problem? Life is messy. Who says it has to be perfect? It's our mind, all the societal conditioning. This perfectionism is a protective mechanism. It's trying to protect yourself. You don't need this protection. So start doing things imperfectly. Let yourself be in a imperfect relationship. Relationship doesn't need to be perfect. Create your imperfect business. Create your imperfect art. Create your imperfect video. Create your imperfect book. Don't let these perfectionism get take over you, which is sad. Do things imperfectly. Life is messy. That's how life is. It doesn't need to be perfect. Perfection, perfect. Whose standard is this? We put ourselves all these limitations and then we struggle ourselves. Don't let your mind take control of you. Mind is not the master. You are the master. Remember that. I still remember of like a one incident that when I was in the school time, that just comes to my mind. And I think I had I can't remember exactly which paper was that in my school time. I cried telling my mother I can't go to the exam because I knew I haven't done a perfect work in order to go for the exam. So I said I can't go for it. And I was crying. And then my mother said something very interesting. And as if she knew all these things, like she said that, just go and get zero, like go, go to the exam and get 0 mark. It's fine, just go. And that gave me so much, I remember still, that gave me so much relief. And I just went for the exam. With all that pressure just went out from me to get a perfect score. I like the fact that I talk about this is because I myself used to be a perfectionist and I no longer let this control my life. So I remember this incident when I was in the schooling time when she said, like, go get zero and just face the exam. And when I didn't get zero, by the way, like when I went there, uh, when she said that, it just relieved me so much. And I went for the exam. Before I was crying, I can't go for the exam. So don't let this control your life. You are the master, not the mind. Thank you.